Dear students, in this video, I am going to discuss the one of the size reduction equipment which is known as a cutter mill. As you know that the cutter mill basically work on the mechanism or the principle of the size reduction which is known as the cutting. The best example of the cutting we can understand by the simple example of a scissor. If you look at the construction of that cutter mill, then basically it consists of the two types of knives will be there. One that are called as a stationary knife, and the one that is called as a rotating knife. The stationary and the rotating knives they are placed at a uniform distance will be there. The stationary knives are basically placed in the inner wall of the casing at a uniform distance will be there, while these rotating knives are placed on the horizontal rotor, which is basically present into the center of the casing or the vessel will be there. As shown is over here, that is a rotor will be there, and these knives are attached. Okay, that are the rotating knife, while you can find over here inside wall there are some of the stationary knife will be there. At the bottom you find the sieve or the screen will be there that will control the size reduction of the particle which is undergoing the cutting process. Let's try to understand by this particular video the working of the cutter mill. As shown into this particular video, the material is loaded from the top. The material is coming into contact with the rotating knives and the stationary knife, and because of that, as soon as come into contact with that rotating knife and the stationary knife, they are undergoing the size reduction by the cutting, and the sieve or the spin which is present at the bottom of the casing, they will decide what the size reduction up to what level the size reduction of the particles will take place. If it is taking place in the particular range, then the particles which are undergoing the size reduction, they will come out from the bottom. Let's try to understand some other points related with the cutter mill like factors. The factors, there are the mainly three factors. First, the speed of the rotor, the distance of the gap between the two knives, and the spin of the sieve side that will decide the particle size output. The advantage of this cutter mill that are easy to install, operate and maintain. They are not expensive and they're basically used for the tough and the fibrous material. If you try to understand the other side that are the disadvantage, here we can find that this type of the cutter mill is not suitable due to the formation of the wide particle size range. It is not easy to clean after this and because of that sharp surfaces of the knife. But basically it is used for the side direction of the tough and the fibrous material, particular fibrous material which are often from the plant material. Like if you want to go for the side direction of the bark, if you want to go for the side direction of the leaves, roots, then this is suitable. This cutter mill generally basically also produces the coarser particles from the dry granulation before the tableting.